Next to the last stop on the NNSCRA Mello Racing Series brings us to Phoenix International Raceway. As we're here today for the running of the Subway 300 as we're set for 32 laps of action on this racetrack here. Actually, a Subway 200, excuse me, on that one. It's 30 laps of racing here today. 32 laps, I should say. Championship possibly could be clinched today if Cole Deaver can get his points up to 145 at races end. That's the magic number for Cole if he wins, for him to clinch the championship today, and we'll not have to worry about the finale at Atlanta. But of course, he'll be there too, obviously. But anyway, so here's our lineup for today's running event. On the pole, it is Charles Sanford in car 08 of the Walt Tool Chevy. He'll be alongside car 31, Carson Gunn. Both of these drivers have won a race this season so far. Charles has won twice, and Carson's won once. Second row is Quentin Moore and number 21, the winner of the season at Myrtle Beach. He'll be alongside Sebastian Kukulon in car number 8. Third row has number 32, Seth Cole, and number 1, Keith Batson. Both of them carry in-car cameras in today's event. Fourth row will have Dylan Young in number 2, the DuPont Chevrolet. He'll be alongside car 25. It is Phil Parker in the Fast Fair Copenhagen for Fast Fair Crown Petroleum Oldsmobile. Phil's won twice this season so far. Next row down has Jacob Sturgeon in car 75 and number 6, Levi McIntyre, who won the season at Nashville. And Levi has her third in-car camera. Next row down is Johnny Gardner in 44 and 38, Kev Shear. Kev's won a race this season at IRP. Next row down is John Andrews in 72, and beside him, number 5, it is the car of Emmanuel Hartnett. Next row down, Jesse Turner in number 99, the Armor Food Line Chevy. He won a season at Dover. Beside him, it'll be the other Dover winner. It is Carter Friesen in car 27. Next row down has number 00. It is Jackson Haywood in 01, excuse me, He'll be alongside 17, Rob Evans in the Western Auto Chevy. Next row down, Gene Sanford in the Hungry Jack Pillsbury Buick. She'll be alongside car 48, Staff America Oldsmobile of Mitchell Collins. Next row down has the championship leader, Cole Deaver, the GM Goodman Chevrolet car number 3. He's won 4 races this season so far. He'll be alongside car 87. It is James Henry in the Texas Pete Sausage Chevy. Next row down has the Magic Market Skull Classic Oldsmobile car 0 of Jacob Thibodeau. He'll be alongside number 40, Julius Anderson in the Purex style Ford. Next row down has Kat Batson, 20, Texaco Haviland Ford. She'll be alongside another woman. It is Chloe Owen in the 55 Luxair Heating and Air Conditioning Ford. Next row down has car 59, Ryan Brommer in the Alliance Truck Parts Oldsmobile. He'll be alongside Nathan Orman in number 92. Next row down has car number 03, Arthur Xavier in the Delco Voyager Chevy, and he'll be alongside car number 36, the Cox's Dry-Treated Lumbers Pontiac of Ryan George. Next row down is number 45, Joshua Michaels, the Molly Black Gold Chevy, and the FDB Brake Chevrolet car number 9 of Austin Colano. Next row down is car 60, Nathan Hudson, and number 20, it is Jeremiah Dwayne of Oldsmobile and the Ford on that row. Next row down is a pair of AC Delco cars, Kyle Matthews in 52, 3-time winner season so far. He'll be alongside 15, Justin Dearborn in the purple AC Delco machine, both of them Ken Schrader cars, by the way. Next round is number 4, William Brock, the winner of the season at Pikes Peak, and number 46, Paul Minnick, whose best finish was a second at South Boston Speedway. Next round has Jessica Shelton, 3-time winner of the season so far. She won at Daytona, Darlington, and also won at South Boston. That race at South Boston, the Budweiser Ford, car number 11. She'll be alongside Dustin Bowen in car 7, the Skull Bandit Buick. And starting shotgun field will be 3-time winner of the season so far, Joshua Osborne in car 63, the Nestea Pontiac. So the Subway 200 is about to get underway here at Phoenix International Raceway. I know it's ISM now, but I'm never calling it that dumb name. So here we are as the field is about to get to command the fire engines here. This is race number 28 on the season, and 29 is the the season distance here to the season. Here comes to command the fire engines here at Phoenix.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
And this is the first time these V6 creations have been on the new Phoenix here, as But this is not the first time they've been on here. So I mean, they've been on this. They've been on this version of Phoenix. We were on this version of Phoenix about a season or so back in Castrol GTX Cup, where last season Jessica Shelton took the victory in that race. And actually, it was the season before last Jessica Shelton took the victory in that race at Phoenix. At Phoenix, the next season, I can't remember who won the next season at Phoenix actually in Castrol, but anyway. Field comes off the corner of the fourth corner, and the green flag flies here, and we are underway here in the Subway 200 at Phoenix. Three wide to kick things off into turn number one. Quentin Moore, and in fact, a 3 wide, 2 rows deep here. Quentin Moore now just shoots up to the lead. Dylan Young goes to second position, or actually tries to go for third position here. He falls back a little bit. Jacob Sturgeon trying to get up underneath him. And Quentin Moore leads the first lap of the race here. Here comes number 32, Seth Cole to the low side in the Nestle Crunch Pontiac. Riding with Seth Cole in the second position right now. Off into turn number one they go. Johnny Gardner way down in the apron on the track as they come off turn number 4. And they are scattered on turn number 2, I should say. They're scattered all over the place right there. And here comes Sturgeon to the low side. He gets by Keith Batson. Now he's got Phil Parker behind him in the number 25 machine as they come off turn number 4, excuse me. And Parker way down in the apron on the track as they go into turn number 1, and he goes up into the Sturgeon's car in there, almost 5 wide, come out the fourth corner. That's not going to work, and Sturgeon stuffs Keith Batson on the wall. Sturgeon, and here comes a crash, and a crash has happened in the turn number 3. Joshua Osborne's involved. There's the 5 car of Hartnett is involved. 01 Jackson Haywood. Batson was one that got stuffed in the wall by the 75 of Jacob Sturgeon. And I believe Cole Deaver, the points leader, came out of this A-OK. Yes, he did. And I think in the 3 car, we'll see if there's a scrape alongside. I don't know if there's an... it's caved in. Yeah, the 3 car is actually caved in a little bit. So Cole, I don't think got any major damage from this, but... So yeah, let's see what happened there. Almost 5 wide, come off the second corner. Sturgeon gets right into the 8 car, Sebastian Kukulon. That turned to 0-1 of Jackson Haywood into the wall himself. Now here comes Kukulon, gets back into Haywood's car, and there's where everybody just piles in right there. There's the 75, the 0-1 spins. Everybody gets on the brakes right there. Kev sure got turned by Emmanuel Hartnett. There's where Osborne spun right there, and there's Deaver actually was right in the middle of this whole thing. John Andrews involved. There's Orman was involved. Cat Batson involved. Joshua Michaels was involved. Matthews, I think, might have got a piece of it. William Brock somehow got through this crash barely. Let's take a look at what happened. Let's see what Cole Deaver went through. Yeah, Deaver actually got hit by the 45 of Joshua Michaels on the side of the car, but I don't know if it's going to affect him aerodynamically or not. We'll find out. We'll find out here in maybe a few minutes or so after this whole thing. On board with Keith Batson. So Batson right now is Batson right now running 31st in the field at the moment here as we have 1 lap to go so the restart happens here. It is Quentin Moore leading, second is Seth Cole, third is Charles Amber, fourth is Dylan Young, fifth Johnny Garner, sixth is Phil Parker, seventh right now is Jesse Turner, 8th is Ryan Brommer, 9th position is Mitchell Collins, and 10th is Levi McIntyre. That's how they run right now. Points leader Cole Deaver has dropped to 26th at the moment, so we'll see what happens to all the wrecked race cars that kind of got involved in that big horrific incident on the backstretch. This here and Pace got himself on the pit road there. They'll travel the whole way down the backstretch before they come across the start-finish line. Coming off what used to be turn 2 at Phoenix, it's now coming off turn number 4. So I mean, they pretty much almost reversed this racetrack. Basically, was what they did before 2018. So Field comes off corner number 4 as the green flag about to fly, and we are back underway here at Phoenix in the Subway 200 as we're on the 9th lap of this race. Riding with Seth Cole in car 32. He runs in second position behind Quentin Moore. Quentin won the season over at Myrtle Beach Speedway. He started racing in third position. Seth started this race, I believe, in 6th, I believe. And there's the view from Levi McIntyre's perspective. He runs right now. Who is that coming across the line this time by? Don't know who that is inside of him. And that is 40 car Julius Anderson here as McIntyre's dropped now down to the 13th position. Jessica Shelton and Chloe Owen about to come up to Levi here. And boy, Jessica almost give him a bit of a shove up the high side. Sturgeon goes low. He gets past Owen. And now, or actually tries to at least. Chloe bites back on the outside. And now they're almost getting ready to, it looked almost like they were getting ready to go 3 wide a little bit coming off the 4th corner, but they both hold their ground and look at number 75 Sturgeon to the left side of Shelton's car. Hudson does the same thing on Chloe Owen, and McIntyre up the high side, almost knocked the wall down. And whoa, Hudson almost lost to come off to number 2, but hangs on to it a little bit. But Nathan keeps his foot on the throttle and just motors on. So Levi drops back and now is in the clutches of his Buckeye buddy Kyle Matthews in 52 as they come off turn number 2. And by the way, if you want to watch the race those two commentated together, and watch go to Freshman 899's channel for that race they did together at Kansas. Both Kyle and Levi, they announced that race together. Pretty good commentary, I will definitely say, too, between those two. But as I made that little promo, McIntyre's now dropped back to the 24th position as Cole Deaver's gotten by him. That little hit that he took there, apparently not affecting Deaver at all, apparent at this moment. Quentin Moore right now still holds the top spot at the moment as he leads now with coming into near the halfway point of this race. They'll be, if we're this time by, we complete the 15th level, we'll have 17 to go here at Phoenix. Dylan Young second, Charles Sanders third, fourth is Johnny Gardner, fifth is Phil Parker, sixth right now is Mitchell Collins, seventh is Ryan Brummer. We'll actually look at the rest of the order. Parker's fifth, Collins is sixth, seventh is Ryan Brummer. Austin Colano is up to 8th, Ryan George 9th, and Seth Cole has dropped to 10th. And now Johnny Gardner's now moved up to 3rd position now as he gets by the 08 of Charles Emery. Here comes Dylan Young for the lead on Quentin Moore. Ford in first, Chevy in second as they come off turn number 4. And there's this mess of cars that's happening right there. Jesse Turner getting by the 9 car of Austin Colano as they go into turn number 3. And now Turner goes to the apron of the track, and Chloe Owen actually dipped lower on the apron than did Turner. And Turner goes up almost up against Colano's car as they come off turn number 2. Still trying to get used to announcing on this track. Anyways, they come off the second turn, now going to the third turn. Now here comes Turner back to the low side. This is a battle for 9th place between the 9 and the 99 cars. Colano's 9th, Turner's 10th, Owens 11th. Back on board with Seth Cole. And problems Bill Parker has spun, come off turn number off the second turn onto the backstretch. That brings out caution number 2 on lap number 20 of this event. Phil Parker, who was running in the top 10, who was running in the top 5, spun. Take a look at what happened there. Parker went up to the high side. Came off turn number 2 and got turned by the 08 car on Charles Sanford. Charles apparently thought he had a nut of falling Phil and just turns him around right into the wall he goes. Spins the number 25 Fast Fair Crown Petroleum Oldsmobile around. And he goes back across right, almost in front of the entire field. And whoa, James Henry and Cummins barely missed, and so did Shelton. All of them barely missed the 25 car. Several cars taking the smart way by passing them on the high side of the track. Here comes Thibodeau and several others, and Thibodeau actually got a piece of the 25 car. And Quentin Moore is now is actually on the apron. Is actually on the apron track. Is he coming down pit road for an unscheduled stop? It looks like he is coming down pit road. So Quentin Moore, who surrenders the race lead, and that's going to give the lead now to Johnny Gardner in car 44. Looks like. So Gardner's now going to be your leader. Second's now going to be Dylan Young. Then Mitchell Collins up to 3rd. 4th will be Charles Sammer. 5th now will be Ryan Brommer. Then Ryan George, Austin Colano. And they're going to change tires on the 21 machine there. Brommer's going to be 6th. 7th now is going to be Ryan George. 8th is Austin Colano. 9th is Jesse Turner. And Chloe Owen right now runs in 10th position. Back under green here at Phoenix International Raceway here as Johnny Gardner continues to lead this race here as we're on lap number 24 when the race restarted. So Gardner has the point right now. Mitchell Collins has been a surprise here today. He's up to second position now, given that number 48 Staff America also be a pretty good run for the money here. A pretty good run up front, I should say. Collins may have a shot to maybe possibly potentially pull this off, though, but we do have now. Laps are clicking off, though. This will be 25 in the books, and we'll be down to 7 laps remaining here. As Collins tries to beat out one of the best in the business, and Johnny Gardner. Running third right now is Charles Hammer, and look at Ryan George to the low side as he moves down the bottom of the track. Austin Cotto does the same. He goes down the apron of the track, coming off the second corner. He gets by, I think, Young and the Brommer both. Actually didn't quite get by Brommer now as they go into turn number 3. Brommer gets a little bit loose coming into the third corner. Saber holds off Ryan George for the moment. Now Brommer, or I should say Colano, goes down the track trying to get back by Brommer and tries to go at the 636 car of Ryan George in the Cox's drivetrain Trader Lumbers Pontiac. And meantime, Mitchell Collins takes the lead from Johnny Gardner. Gardner trying to get his first win of the season here, and so is Collins. So can Collins pull up the upset? Well, we'll find out here. We're down to 5 to go right now. Could be an upset, and it could not be. We'll see. Exciting race here today. We may equal that at Atlanta, possibly, the last race of the season. Four laps to go. Few surprises up there in the top 10 positions here. Seth Kona tries to get back around. Up his way through the field here. Jeremiah Dwayne in the 20, 55 Chloe Owen, 52 Kyle Matthews, 75 Jacob Sturgeon, 40 car of Julius Anderson. There he is in the number 40 machine. He runs right now in the top 10 at the moment. He has clocked this time by in the 9th position as he follows Dylan Young in car number 2. Three wide racing through turns 1 and 2. Chloe Owen getting by both Kyle Matthews and Jacob Sturgeon. And Cat Batson's turned around. Cat Batson got spun coming off turn number 2. And that brung out the yellow now with 2 laps remaining. In this race, and if that's the case, and that could be and I think that's likely going to be the race right there. If that's the case, Mitchell Collins is your winner, with Johnny Gardner second. Third will go to Charles Saber. Fourth will be Austin Colano, and Ryan George came across in 5th. Jesse Turner came across in 6th. 7th will be Dylan Young, then Julius Anderson, Ryan Brommer, and Chloe Owen, the top 10. And boy, spoiling what could have been a wonderful finish here at Phoenix, as well as shaping up to be here between Mitchell Collins and Johnny Gardner. The white flag is waved. We'll take a look as to what happened to the 28 car of Cat Batson here in a minute. There, we gave it the top 10 already. Here, 11th will go to Kyle Matthews. 12th will be Jacob Sturgeon. 13th James Henry. 14th. Seth Cole, then Jeremiah Dwayne, Justin Dearborn, Carson Gum, Nathan Hudson, Arthur Xavier, and Jessica Shelton, the top 20. Then Joshua Michaels, Dustin Boland, William Brock, Jacob Thibodeau, Levi McIntyre, Rob Evans, Cole Deaver, Keith Batson, Carter Friesen, and Bill Parker in the top 30. Then Gene Samper, Paul Minnick, Kev Shearer, John Andrews, Joshua Osborne, Nathan Ormond, Cat Batson, Emmanuel Hartnett, Sebastian Kukulon, and Jackson Haywood, the top 39. 40th will go to Kev Shearer, actually, and 41st will be Quentin Moore, who dominated this whole race here and had to come down pit road for an unscheduled stop. But benefiting from all that, at first was Johnny Gardner, but now it's Mitchell Collins, and he will win the Subway 200 here at Phoenix International Raceway. For Mitchell, it's his first victory of the season. And for Johnny Gardner, well, close but no cigar, I guess you may say, for this team, for that team, unfortunately for them. But a pretty good day still nonetheless. We'll take a look as to what happened to Cat Batson on the with 3 laps remaining in this race here. We were looking to Cat went up the track here, came off through turns 1 and 2. Then came Carson Gum to the low side. Carson tried to get up underneath Cat for position. Instead turns up the track, spins her around. Carson swerves and cuts right in front of Jessica Shelton, just about took her out. And Cat goes around and finally puts the car in gear. But I'm sure very frustrated at the I'm pretty sure frustrated at Carson Gum. So we gave the full field rundown. Mitchell Collins gets the win here today at Phoenix International Raceway. So 28 races are in the books, and 1 race remaining, and that'll be at Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Slick 5300. That's the last race of the season. That'll be coming up. That'll be next on the tour. If you'd like to see here, be sure to subscribe to NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got NNSCRA gaming videos, whatever the president of the NNSCRA Seth Colzars for his channel. And be sure to check out our Duracell Cup Series, Pedigree Xfinity Series, and the Budweiser All Pro Series, all on this channel. And to keep up on the NNSCRA and Marvel Studios Cup Series, be sure to subscribe to Thrashman899 channel. Will get you going on that series. So that will do it here today at Phoenix International Raceway. Congratulations again to Mitchell Collins, the winner of the Subway 200. For now, it's James Golson in the production of the NNSCRA. Off-road racing at its best. We will see you at Atlanta.
Becky, do you have any ignition problems?